This is 5 easiest and best ways you can make money through property. The first way you can make money through property is through your residential property, which is the property that you live in. Second way would be to make money through buy-to-let properties. Third way would be to get into serviced accommodation and into hospitality sector. Fourth way would be through commercial property. And the fifth way would be to get into property development. So the third way you can make money through property is to get into serviced accommodation. Now, there's a few factors to consider when you're buying a property to get into that sector. I'm not going to go into all the factors, but they named in the first video that we've done for this series. It's linked somewhere in this video or in the description. One of the most important factors that you need to consider is the location. Ideally, you want to make sure the location is very central, or if it's close to a venue, i.e. a concert hall or a football stadium, depending on what sort of client you're trying to attract, the location obviously changes. So with regards to location, you also want to make sure that even though it is central, you don't want it to be, above nightclubs and bars, because then what happens is you're going to get a lot of people, even though that if they've been out or whatever, if they come in to sleep and it's too noisy or whatever, then they'll leave you a bad review, which then results into other people reading the reviews and not coming and staying in your place, which then obviously results in loss of income. So you want to make sure it is central, but it's not above restaurants, bars, stuff like that, which is going to affect your obviously income. Second factor you want to consider is the furnishing of the property. That is one of the most important factors in this sector, because obviously, if you're looking to book a hotel for yourself, then you go and see the images and you choose the one that you like the look of. And this is pretty much the same. So you want to make sure the apartment or the house that you buy in to do sort of Airbnb and serviced accommodation in, you want to make sure it looks the part and it attracts people in the photos. Third thing you want to make sure to obviously increase your return on investment is the service. That's an absolute must. So same as the hotel industry, if you've got a house that people are staying there for a night or two, you want to make sure they get the best service. You want to make sure it's easily accessible. You want to make sure someone's on call, so that if there was any issues, any emergencies, if there was no water or electricity, you want to make sure someone's there, to answer the calls and rectify the problem. Fourth factor you want to consider is pricing. So ideally you want to look at the calendar for the year, and say for example your property is close to a football stadium, you want to make sure you mark out all the days that match days are played in that stadium and then price it accordingly. And then obviously if it's close to city centre, you want to look at your high season and low season and again price it accordingly, because if you get the pricing wrong, then you're going to end up with not as many bookings, which obviously again results into loss of income again. So the fifth thing you want to consider is using offers. So for example, on your low seasons, you can offer 2 nights for the price of one, or free breakfast or free tour or something like that, which obviously increases your occupancy. And what you really want is to achieve over 80 to 90% occupancy. That's when you make real good money. Most of the serviced accommodation, if they're located right, you usually get about 60%. So you want to make sure you take all of these 5-6 factors into account and make sure that your occupancy is higher than the rest. Once you've considered all those factors and you've achieved your occupancy level that you want, you then want to put a system in place that sort of asks people for a review, which obviously by that point, if you've given them good service, if it's located well, and if they've had a good time and a good service, then they're going to give you a positive feedback. And these positive feedbacks will result in more people obviously wanting to come and stay at your place, which then results in sort of higher demand for your place, which then results in you obviously either increasing the price or having a higher occupancy rate. So there you go, guys. That's how you can make money through property using serviced accommodation route or getting into the hospitality sector. Tune into our next video where we discuss how you can increase your return on investment in commercial property. Thanks for watching the video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you'll be notified every time we post a video. If you found this video informative, please give us a like, and if you have any questions, please comment down below, and see you next time.